Alright, it's been a long time since I've made a video. I'll be reviewing BO6, the beta that I played. I wanted to make this video a month ago, but this entire month I've been incredibly busy. And not in a bad way. I went on a bunch of vacations, went to concerts, competed, did a bunch of shit. Basically had enough events to last me an entire year in a singular month. And on top of that, when I wasn't on vacation or going to these events, work was pretty busy, which is a good thing in today's age where a lot of people complain about not having work. So, getting right into it, it's a fucking COD game, alright? Like, there is nothing. I get the Omni movement. It's like what they're trying to sell this year is like, oh, look, you can fucking fly. I don't think it's that good. It's like very situational. If you know, fly around the corner a certain way, like sometimes it helps if somebody's camping and stuff, but I don't think it really changes the game that much. I actually feel like sometimes just slide canceling and being accurate is way better than any of the other fucking gimmicky movements that they've added. But like I said, besides that, it's a fucking COD game. Like, when I hopped on, I was like, holy shit, it's COD. Like, there was no like groundbreaking technology or anything different that I was like, oh my god, I need to play this game. I literally fucking got on it and I was like, oh, Call of Duty. Cool. The guns, you know, they feel like COD guns. The movement feels like COD. Everything feels like COD. I could just dive sideways now and backwards. Wow. It's COD.
What is that fucking...
I know a lot of people are complaining about skill-based matchmaking, and then with the X-Defiant thing coming out with no skill-based matchmaking, people were hoping that would change. It's not. It's not going to ever change. We're always going to have skill-based matchmaking with COD. They've done a bunch of studies to test the algorithms and all that bullshit to see what keeps players engaged, and they found a perfect way to keep people fucking sucked into their fucking video game and buying more skins and doing all sorts of bullshit. Game's definitely rigged in certain aspects, like all the other CODs, to just keep you addicted, keep you buying skins, keep you playing their shitty game. When I call it a shitty game, it's actually not that shitty, but it's COD, so it's the same COD bullshit. There literally is nothing special about it. I will say, as you can tell by the gameplay, this is probably the worst I've ever been at a COD. And you might be like, oh, it's the fucking movement, you can't keep up. I'm not getting fucking danced on, really. In most of the gameplay, like, this is probably one of the best games I had. I didn't get to play much when this beta came out. I didn't get to play the second beta at all. So, you know, the 4 people that fucking watched this review, at least, you know, keep that in mind. But, and I know they've toned down the aim assist, which actually I like. I like that they did that because then it's just bigger skill gap. I think bigger skill gaps in games is a good thing. So if it's harder to aim,
Same idea.
it, you know, it evens out the whole like divide between mouse and keyboard and remote. Remote's definitely better for COD games. So if the aim assist is a little weaker, it gives keyboard mouse players a little bit better of a, you know, chance to compete. I personally play COD with a remote. I've tried this beta on mouse and key because I was getting shit on so fucking hard that I thought, you know, maybe I'm just used to playing mouse and key at this point. No, it's not the case. I'm not really missing either in my other gameplay that was a lot worse that you're not seeing. Honestly, my main problem with this game is I get shot in the fucking side and the back constantly. Constantly. I felt like I was just constantly getting outflanked. And I don't know if it's the spawns. I've watched other reviews on this game and people were complaining about how the spawns work. I don't get how they actually work. I don't know if it's like the revenge spawn system like in some of the CODs in the last few years and shit like that, which I absolutely hate. You should just spawn on your side of the map, and then if they push too far in, spawns flip. I get getting spawn trapped stuck, but I kind of feel like that's part of COD. I kind of feel like that's part of the strat, is like you're trying to control the lanes, control the spawns, and when they get rid of that aspect, I feel like this is when we get this weird, you're constantly getting outflanked, and if you die then you're instantly flanking the other guy. Like, it's just weird. I don't like it. I feel like it's kind of chaotic, and it lowers the skill gap because a good player will control the lanes, control the spawns, and get a bunch of kills, get cool kill streaks. I kind of feel like that's what COD's supposed to be. That's just my personal opinion though. You might be like, that's cheap, that's a dumb way to play. I'm glad they got rid of it. But from what I've seen, a lot of the good players who make videos on this shit, they complain about it too. So I don't know. Moving on to the weapons, so far it just felt like typical COD guns. I know they were like, oh, you're gonna see guns you haven't seen before, we're adding cool new fresh designs, but when you actually use them, they all feel like COD guns from previous games. I think there's just been so many COD guns from all the games that you can't really make something super fresh unless if you're going out of the like realms of reality, like you start adding guns that are futuristic and stuff like that. That's why I honestly like the futuristic CODs, because you can add movements and stuff that aren't gimmicky. Like this Omni movement feels kind of gimmicky to me, and you can add guns and grenades and stuff like that that actually feel different, because you don't have to follow the realities of a time period. Like, of course, COD isn't super realistic and they push the boundaries of it, but they still try to keep it kind of realistic. Like, of course, in the last World War II game, they had red dots and stuff like that, but it still didn't feel too crazy. Whereas, like, in Advanced Warfare, they can add whatever they want, like, you know, which in return allows you to have guns that do not feel like the last 4 CODs. So far, the one SMG is overpowered as shit. The one that kind of looks like a weird AK thing. Every beta has this problem though, where they'll have like 1 or 2 guns that are just absolutely disgusting, and then they usually kind of nerf it and smooth it out a little bit. Or at least they will a couple months after the game comes out. Of course, there's going to be things that they have to adjust. It is a beta. We have to keep that in mind. We can't just be like, holy shit, who the fuck didn't test this? That's what we're doing. We're testing it for them right now. But really, like this, the game doesn't leave me with much to say. So I apologize for the low effort short video, but I've been gone for so long that I just want to get something out real quick. There will be more BO6 content in the future. I'm making Tarkov content right now. I did say I would start playing Ark again. I have a raffle on Center, but we haven't touched it. The game's boring. The game's dead. I can make a video about how the game is dog shit now. But that's about it.
Get a UAV in the air.
Ew. Laying in a corner is crazy.
West Point requesting UAV. West Point requesting UAV. They're taking C. Control Bravo. Securing B. Taking A. Taking B. We're losing Alpha. All locations secured. Hold your position. We lost Alpha. Losing B.
Reinforcements running. Enemy shooter.
We have the edge, but don't get cocky. Secure it, We're losing Charlie. B secured. CIA's a bunch of proud bastards. They won't forget this.